Hi, my name is Dr. Dewan Reed with Elysian Counseling and Education. I want to talk to you about dating relationships. Dating relationships. I see couples who are married and who are single, and I love working with both of them. But the one pattern that I see with single couples is oftentimes when they come into my office, they're trying to make something fit that doesn't fit. And it reminds me of my shoe situation. I wear a size 10 and a half narrow and I have flat feet. Very hard to find shoes. I have the perfect shoe store now, so I don't have this issue anymore. But in the past, what I would do is I would get these shoe horns and stick them in the shoe and try to stretch the shoe out to make it fit, or I would put pads in the shoe, to help with the flat feet. Or I would use these things to put my toes in to keep the shoe from hurting my toes, my foot. There are all different kind of things that we do to try to make something fit. And that's okay with a shoe, but I find that people do that with relationships. Now, understand if you're married, you want to make it fit. You've already made that commitment. Maybe you have children together, you have a home together, you have a business together, and it's in those other people's best interests that your marriage make it. And it's in the interest of God. It's important. You've made this commitment to God that your marriage make it. Now, if you're dating, why go to all the trouble to try to force it and to make it work, and you're going to make this thing work when you see all these different signs that God has given you that this is not the relationship for you? I don't understand that. I think it's really sad because oftentimes you look up and you see these couples have spent years trying to make something fit before they finally come to the realization that it's not going to fit. And the sad thing is that when you're young, to spend your youth with someone that you know just doesn't fit your values, your morals, your goals in life, your personality style, etc., is really, really sad. It's time lost, and that's time that you can't get that time back. I was listening to a newscaster recently talk about her dating relationship and how she was dating this guy and he had all the perfect credentials. He was an attorney, he made good money, he was supposed to be a great catch, and they were engaged to marry. And she said that it just hit her one day that one day she was going to be sitting across the table, like if they went out for dinner with another couple, looking at a couple that was meant to be together, who jived, who synced, and she was going to be sitting there watching somebody else's relationship and wishing that she had that relationship, but instead she chose to settle and to be comfortable. So sometimes I think we don't reach out, we don't look beyond what we have, even when we know it doesn't fit, out of fear maybe. I think for some people there's that fear, there's that complacency. We've gotten comfortable with this person, but we know it's not the right relationship for us. And sadly, I've had several young women who have spent their youth in a relationship that didn't fit, and they look up and they're past childbearing years. They've spent 5 years, 6 years, 8 years in a relationship that just doesn't fit. So I encourage you to think about your relationship, especially if you're not married with this person and you're coming into marriage therapy and you're wanting me or some other therapists to make it fit. Maybe the shoe just doesn't fit.